was changed and made new when an angel made his dream come true. And now he brings his dream to you. In a Spoonful Paolo.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Spoonful of Paolo! Okay, do you see this building behind me? That is the Oprah Winfrey Network. And I'm about to go inside and interview the financial expert, Suze Orman. So are you ready for Suze Smackdown? Let's go! Well, welcome, Suze. Welcome to Spoonful of Paolo.
Thank you. Spoonful.
Yay!
Where did Spoonful come from?
It came from my partner and I. We decided we wanted something short for the internet, but also because I'm a sweet lover. Like I love sugar, so a spoonful of sugar. We kind of said, take the sugar out.
I was gonna say a spoonful
of
sugar makes the Paolo go down.
Yeah. Okay, so of course I've been watching Money Class, Suze. Like amazing, you know. Can you? I just need to. The question I ask you is, why hasn't Money Class been taught in school? Like, why isn't there, like, your textbook or a textbook in school where it should start from the children, the kids, to learn all this stuff? Why?
Because it would make sense if it did. And I mean that. For years now, I've tried. For years now, I've said, let's get the educational system online. Yeah. But it's very difficult to teach money. Now, what I'm about to say is kind of heavy. It is very difficult to teach money when we disrespect our teachers so we pay them a poverty salary. They have a poverty mentality because there isn't enough money in many of the school systems to buy the art goods and this and that. Oh, yeah. So the entire foundation of our educational system is rooted in poverty. So you cannot teach prosperity when poverty is where everything is rooted. It's almost like you're fighting a losing battle because it's not just about teaching 4 quarters is a dollar. You do this and do that.
The value.
It's the values. And if we could teach values, we could change this whole world. Yeah. But you can't teach values when you don't value the teachers.
Well, that's what you stress it on the book and the show about parents. I mean, I remember the examples you gave about like teaching your kids to come next to you when they're paying a bill.
Yes.
You know, and if the electricity bill is higher than the first month, you know, you have them with you and say, look, less lights. Let's do something about this.
And kids get it very easy. If you gave them an incentive to say, all right, our bill is $100 a month. Yeah. If it drops to $80 a month, we'll split the difference. You get 10, I get 10. Kids love that because they understand the meaning of a dollar until you teach them why money doesn't matter.
It's so true. Yes. You know, I remember watching the first class of money class, and I just remember everyone who wrote how much they were in debt. They wrote it down, they lifted it up, and there's about, I think, how much, do you remember one guy
22 million.
Yeah, because one guy had almost 4 million.
Yeah, there's 22 million. And that audience was only 150 people.
Wow.
So think about that. 150 people had $22 million of debt. And then you understand, well, of course, why the United States has so much debt. Of course, we all have debt.
But that's the thing. Is that the new core then? Is just being honest, like being honest of how much you're in debt, like to tell people. Because before, you know, I remember growing up, you don't want to tell people, oh, God, my credit cards, you know, I have so much in debt. But now that's where it starts from the foundation, isn't it? What, being honest with yourself?
Everything starts from you standing in the truth.
Yeah.
Everything starts with you standing in the truth about who you are. Yeah. Everything starts with the truth of standing in the truth, knowing who you are, and being proud of who you are, no matter whether you have money, you don't have money, it doesn't matter. But instead, we don't stand in the truth. Credit cards allow us to stand in a lie.
Yes.
Borrowing money allows us to buy more than we can afford. So the values, once again, of what America was based on and created with have gone down the drain. So until we get those values back, it's going to be a hard thing.
You know, but when we watched your first class, I had some friends come over, and I had a friend who went home, and then he called me, telling me that he didn't want to know how much he was in debt. But then he thought he was maybe 10, 15,000. But then he came to me telling me he was only in 3,000 in debt because he was afraid to go see how much it was. But he went on his credit cards.
So how much did that make him feel better? Oh my God!
It was that I could hear on the phone the joy of him telling me because of that one money class that he said, you know, he got something out of it to go home and say, let me be honest with myself. How much am I in debt? That's pretty phenomenal.
The goal of
that's what you're doing, which is great.
America's Money Class was all about teaching people the things that are just little simple tweaks so that you can be more and therefore have more.
Yes. You know, our show, Spoonful of Paolo, is about, you know, dreaming big, you know, but, you know, with the financial way that we're in, how can you still dream big but not dig yourself in a financial hole?
You dream big but act small.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you
That's
dream
good.
big, but you act small. Even
Yeah.
today, if I have these big dreams,
that's good, yeah.
it takes one step after another step after another step to get there. You know, the hardest thing to do in life is to jump a chasm in 2 leaps. Think about that.
Wow.
To jump a chasm in 2 leaps. And so many people want to go from here to here, but they don't have the energy to make it over here. So they jump and they end up here and then they fall. There's nothing to get them over here. It's okay to dream big, but you don't have to achieve that dream right away. Sometimes I've dreamt things and it's been 20 years till I've achieved them.
Wow.
So you just can't lose focus on what you want, but you have to stick in reality and have what you need before you can get what you want.
Yeah. You know, every morning I wake up, because you're on my vision board, there's a picture cut up of you that for years, every morning I get up, I see you and you're like talking to me like, spend wisely, boyfriend. You know, like I always, every time I spend, honest to truth, you can ask Patrick, I always ask myself, what would Suze
Orman do?
Yeah.
And
So,
the biggest
that's
question and the little change that people need to make
I
in
agree.
life
Yeah.
is this. Can they simply get as much pleasure out of saving as they do spending? We get so much pleasure out of buying a coffee,
Yes,
buying a new
yes.
this,
But you
buying a
don't
new
even
that,
remember this.
buying whatever.
You don't- yeah.
You know, even these things, we
Yes,
spend
yeah,
money on
yes,
getting
yes,
this
yes.
thing, and then we take
Yeah,
it home and
yeah,
we
and
never
then-
we put it away and we don't have it
exactly,
out because it doesn't
exactly.
match our other china.
Yes,
because our other china doesn't
Exactly.
have Paolo on it.
yes.
But
She's getting a mug, by the way. It's right here in this bag.
It's not.
Well, you better enjoy it, girlfriend.
here's the thing I really want. Screw the mug, give me the
She's
straw.
gonna get that. This is
Okay?
Suze Orman. You're gonna get that, okay?
But so why can't we just get as much pleasure out of putting
Yeah.
$100 away every month
Yeah. Yes.
versus spending $3,000 and
Yes.
getting a credit card bill, and
Yeah.
we're looking at going, okay,
Yep.
I'll pay $50 minimum payment
Yep.
due for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's great.
Little tweaks.
With 1 week left of money class, if someone doesn't if you want someone just to get one thing, what would it be out of all the money classes? What would the one thing be that you say, just take this?
I would want them to take away that if Suze Orman could be a waitress for 7 years making $400 a month, and now I am who I am, right, till I was 30 years of age, every single person watching the money class should understand that knowing about money has nothing to do with math. Knowing about money has nothing to do with your education.
Yeah.
Knowing about money has to do with your sincere desire to have financial freedom be your birthright.
Yeah.
So I would like them to take away from the money class hope. Hope that no matter what situation they're in, hope that no matter how much credit card debt they have, hope that no matter the fact that they haven't been employed for 2 years, they are not hopeless. So I want them to be hopeful, not hopeless.
I just got the chills on
That's
my
a
arm.
good thing.
Woo! You know, every time I go to a department store, they always ask me, would you want to open this credit card? Blah, 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 blah. Do you know what my response is? And I have witnesses over here. I say, what would Susie do?
And what do
then
they
they
say
look
to
at
you?
me. No, some just look at me like, oh, her again. Like, why are you listening? But it's great because it stops them right there. And I used to work at a department store where I was forced to tell people to open. I had goals to do. And so I would try to reach my goals, but I'm telling you, when I would have that interaction with the client, I would just say, look, I'm supposed to say this, but I don't think you should do it.
I wanted to at one time create a credit card.
Yeah.
Right, not like the debit card I
Right,
have now, the
right,
prepaid,
right.
but a credit card that every time you went to charge something,
Yeah.
it would take your blood pressure.
Yeah.
So it would be able to tell if you were about to buy a need or a want. And if it was a want, it would start to shake.
Wow.
Right? Or if you did it, you would get a call from me right away and going, what are you doing?
I would love that. That's awesome. Oh my God, I would love that. Speaking of credit cards, if someone wants to improve their FICO score, okay, how long does that take to make it better?
A few years.
A few years.
It does take a few years.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have a little confession to make to you. A few years ago, I called into the Suze Orman show because you have that segment, Can I Afford It?
Did I deny you?
Well, okay. I was calling to say if I could afford the Britney Spears tickets, okay? Ooh. And you denied me. And let me just tell you that.
Did you go anyway?
Look, I went, but I got the cheaper tickets.
Britney Spears, why not lady?
Well, you told me, actually, listen. But you told me actually to go buy her CD. But I said, but I already have the CD. So, yeah, I just want you to know that I listened to you.
Glad she's coming back?
Oh, I'm glad. Yes, I am. Okay, so I just want to end by saying this. You know, my father's taught me so much about money and to respect the money and how to spend it. But you, my dear friend, you remind me of Oprah. It's because what she speaks the truth. And you do the same. And I could feel it. So
yeah, when all we have to give one another is the truth.
Yeah.
And when you speak the truth, every single person relates to the truth.
Yeah. And you feel it. The audience,
the audience
can feel it. Can feel it, definitely.
You know, the truth is, and never forget this, television magnifies the truth, but it also magnifies a lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you best be careful.
It's true. Yeah. Let's end by telling the audience how they could win the $50,000 because this Monday is the last money class. So what do they need to do then?
Are you ready, everybody? Here is what you need to do. You need to first register on Oprah.com because you cannot take this exam that could get you to win $50,000 unless you are registered. On February 14th at noon East Coast time, the test gates open up. You can come on to Oprah.com if you are registered, and you will have 24 hours to take the exam. The exam simply has 12 questions and one question where you get to write an essay. So 13 questions in all. You simply have to pass the exam, meaning 80%. And on April 2nd, we will be announcing the winner right here on Oprah.com. Now, again, listen to me. You can only take this exam once. You have 15 minutes to take this exam. On February 15th at noon, it is over. So you should start going to Oprah.com right now. The clips that are there will tell you some of the things you need to know that are on this exam. Again, one person will win $50,000. 5 of you will win $5,000 each. Do I think that's worth 15 minutes of your time max to take the exam and maybe 20, 30 minutes to look at the clips? Oh, you betcha I do. That's how you win it.
Yeah. Who would not want to do that?
I don't know.
Everyone should do that. I mean, who would not want to
do it even if you haven't watched any of the shows.
I agree.
Just go take the exam.
I agree. Thank you very much.
I love you.
You're the best.
Very
I love you
cute.
more. God bless you. You're
you.
cuter, so whatever. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us at a Spoonful of Paolo. Bye. Thank you, Suze.
No.
Oh, you're the best.
Thank you, sweetheart.
No, thank you. What an honor.